channel. Today's video is a hair tutorial. I was asked via Instagram to share how I get my sort of like lots of volume and lots of texture in my hair, and I believe the gal may have mentioned something about like getting like a professional blowout, but I don't. I don't even do my blowouts myself because I just don't have like a good technique with the brush, and you know, it's not, I'm not professional at it, so I don't do round brushing. I let my hair air dry because it's just better. It's the least amount of heat, the better off your hair is going to be in the long run. So I let my hair air dry, and as I will tell you later on in the video, I washed my hair last night and let it air dry, slept on it, kept it up this morning while making breakfast with a pen, and so I had a little bit of a wave going on, which you will see here in a moment, but that's just because it was still damp when I put it up. But this is just something I do all the time. I'm really low maintenance when it comes to my hair. I always have it in a bun, fun bun. If I do something with my hair down like this, it's usually because I've just freshly washed it and I want to have some nice kind of volume. But something like this is just easy. I don't have to think about it. I've been doing it for so long that I can do this in 5 minutes flat. I just take bigger sections than what I'm showing you today. But it's so easy, and it just gives you a nice look to your hair without really trying too hard, without having to pay the price to have someone professionally do it for you, because if you have the right tools and the right products, then you can do this yourself at home. So it's super easy. It's my go-to sort of like curly, not really trying too hard, but I want to look good type of style. So this is what I do. I enjoy it. I like it. I think it looks good. If you have longer hair, it's going to look a little bit different because it's shorter, so it makes my hair look a little bit, I don't know, maybe just because I curled it a little bit more today. But if you have longer hair, I would just do like just the ends and then brush those out, and that would be super, super cute. So I like it. I hope that you guys liked it. It is requested, like I said, so it is very simple, and it's very similar to what I've done before. I think I did like a holiday look last Christmas season where I did like my curling hairstyle tutorial, and look, it's like a 2-in-1 video, and it's very much the same sort of technique, but this is just sort of easy and laid back when I decide to use a curling iron. So I will show you how to do this, and I will also show you the products that I use to recreate this look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see how to do it, then keep watching. Before I show you exactly how I'm going to do this, I'm going to kind of scoot my chair back a little bit. Some products that I use when I do this style, I love using the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day, the PhD. I have a small mini size. They do have a full size of this available. I believe they sell Living Proof at Sephora, but I know for sure at Ulta because that's where I got my little mini. But this stuff smells so good, and actually tames my hair and makes my hair just feel really nice and really silky and very healthy feeling. And it also makes it easy for when I just air dry my hair, which I do all the time. Sometimes, depending on how healthy your hair is, when you air dry, it can look a little frizzy, it can look a little bit more damaged or whatnot. So I like using something like this because it definitely helps tame my hair and keep it really soft. Plus it smells good. So a little bit of this. I use a Tresemme Tre Two Hairspray. This is just the one with the green. I've been using this for, I don't know, seven plus years now. I've tried other things, high-end things, and this is just something I come back to. I remember years ago I used to be in the Sebastian Shaper hairspray. That was like my thing. But I realized it's no need to spend so much money on a can of hairspray. I mean, this one works well, and it's like less than $4, available pretty much everywhere. And then I have a brush. This is a Boar Bristle brush. Mine is kind of dirty. Hopefully you can't see that. But I got mine at Target. This is by this brand Sonia Kashuk. There's the mini one, or the smaller size, and then the full size. I have the mini. I feel like it's perfect. I don't really feel like I need to have anything large. Okay, and then my curling iron. This is what I use. This is the Hot Tools curling iron. It's black and white. The size is 1 1/4 inch. I've had this probably for a good 5 years, and it still works just as good. You can get curling irons anywhere. You can just choose the size of the barrel that is most suited to your needs, and any brand, it doesn't matter if it's a $10 curling iron or a $100 curling iron, it's going to do the same thing. But I do like Hot Tools. I have used Conair before when I couldn't afford high-end brands. I used to buy Conair from Walmart. That's also really good. Revlon makes some good ones, so that's just some options there. But the size that I'm using is 1 1/4 inch, and then my hair pretty much comes up to just right above like my bust line a bit. I'm growing it out, but that's just kind of the length I'm dealing with. and my hair is also kind of fine as well. Okay, I washed my hair last night. I did my little hair dye and conditioner mix, so that's why my hair still looks kind of vibrant. I'm really loving that. And that's it. I have not hit it with a blow dryer or anything like that. I'm not going to. I'm just going to take my brush and kind of comb this out because it is a little bit crazy. I slept on it kind of weird. But this brush is going to be key as well later on after we curl. Okay. And I also have my hair where I normally part my hair. So I part it on the right side over to the left. And I suggest doing that maybe prior to curling. Ooh, I'm shredding my hair. Okay, so I divide my hair into two sections as if you were going to do pigtails, and then I start from the back. I take really large chunks, maybe about that size. If I want to take my time doing it, if I'm getting ready early and I don't have to be somewhere in a rush, then I would take a little bit smaller sections. But again, I'm working with, this is probably about a, let me do a little less. This is probably like a 2-inch-ish section, and I'm holding it really tight because I have a lot of layers, and I don't divide my hair based on the layers that I have. That takes too much time. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I just take my curling iron and I just kind of clamp it down at the very ends, as close to the end as possible. I twist it a couple times, and then I open the clamp just a little bit to pull the ends through, and then I roll the rest of the hair up. I don't clamp it and then pull it and then twist it up. I used to do that long time ago. I stopped doing that, and I feel like that tugging and pulling, especially with something so hot, isn't really good. And so then I just kind of touch it with my fingers to make sure that everything is nice and hot. I leave it for just a couple seconds, nothing really long. Again, this is just easy and simple. And then when I pull it out, what I do is I open the clamp just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell there. Instead of, this is all the way open, this is just a little bit. And then what I do is I slowly pull the curling iron out from the hair instead of just pulling it directly out, because then that way you pull down the curl. So just open your barrel, the clamp a bit, and then just pull it slowly, and then once it drops, just don't touch it. And that's the key. Don't touch the hair while it's still hot. Just leave it, put it to the back, make sure it doesn't get mixed in with the rest of your hair, and then do the same thing. As far as like curling and the directions, like I said, I don't really get fancy with it. I could care less what direction they go in. I'm just looking for the overall look. So I just kind of go pretty much in the direction that I feel like going. When it comes to the face framing pieces, I do go away from the face because I can't stand for my hair to fall into my face. And I have a piece there. So again, just kind of curling it and being done with it as quickly as possible. And releasing it slowly and pushing it to the back. Oh, and then for the living proof, I forgot to tell you, I use about a nickel size for my hair. And I just put that all into my hair. But I'm going to show you how you can do this without that product. You don't really need it. My hair is really nice and soft and really well conditioned from last night, so I don't feel like I need it. Plus, you know, my hair is pretty healthy, so I don't feel like I have to use it every time I style, but it does make a difference when I use it. And I'm just going to release this. And then I'm going to keep working on, hopefully you guys can see how pretty those little curls are. I'm going to keep working on these sections. Alright, so now we're down to this section here. I probably have like about a 2-inch section that's towards the front. I will divide that into smaller sections because I want to be a little bit more precise. And I have some static in my hair. Okay, so this is where you want to curl away from your face. So just clamp the hair. And then this is where I get precise. And I've pretty much been curling away from my face this whole section here. Again, I don't like hair falling into my face all day. That's why I have my hair up pretty much all the time. Plus it's just easier when you have a baby. And release the clamp again. And do the last section. You guys can see. Okay, so I'm gonna let that completely cool. I'm not gonna touch it, and I'm gonna work on this side before I show you how I style it. Okay, so I'm down again to the last 2-inch sections from the front. I'm going to take that and divide that. So basically you want to put the clamp down, pointing down towards the ground, clamp it, and then twist it up. And then when you pull it through and you roll it up, you are basically curling away from the face. So just remember, you can do whatever back and forth, towards and then away, like alternating throughout your hair. But just when you get to the front, make sure you curl it back, because if not, it's going to keep coming forward. And then again, do the same thing. Open the clamp slightly and gently pull it through. That way you're not tugging at that curl. Again, clamp pointing down towards the ground. Clamp it. I twist it up a couple times because I have layers, so it keeps it all in place. And then do my last section. And so now I'm going to let this completely cool. This side is pretty much already cool, but this side is still very hot. So I'm going to let this cool completely before I do any sort of brushing, curling, not curling, styling or anything like that. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, so now that it's been about 5 minutes, everything is completely cool. You can, at this point, before going in to do any sort of styling, whether it's going to be a braid or putting some of it back or whatnot, you can go in and kind of fish out any pieces that you may have missed. I do that all the time. This may have seemed like it took a little bit longer, but usually when I'm just doing it just on the weekends or whatever, I will take really big chunks of hair and wrap it around the curling iron, leave it for 10-15 seconds, and then just kind of brush it out just to give my hair a wave so it's not just stick straight, because that normally is my hair type. It's stick straight all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my fingers through my hair gently and just kind of wiggle it. So you just open up your hand and just kind of go through it. And once you do that, I'm going to take my Boar bristle brush and gently brush these out. Just to give myself a wave. As you can see, it no longer becomes curls. It's more waves, just body. And that's why, when I get asked, how do I style my hair and it looks like I've had a professional blowout, it's because I brush it out. I don't leave the curls like this. Although this is really pretty, but you can see the difference, hopefully. It makes it look thicker and fuller. So I'm going to do this other side as well. And then I'm going to brush, whoa, almost fell out of my chair. Gently just kind of run the brush through it. I feel like this is the best brush to use for this, because it doesn't remove the curl or the wave. Okay, so once I have that kind of brushed out, I will take my hair to one side, like so. And then I will spray this, and I just gently spray it. And what I like to do is pick up my hair just a little bit and spray from the underneath. Again, do that a few times, because that will give me some more lift and volume on my hair, especially my ends. And I don't use too much either, a little bit. And then quick spray behind me, and then I spray through the top, and then I kind of just deal with any sort of flyaways, and then just kind of pull it to the front. So that's basically how my hair always has this really nice kind of wave, just a lot of body and texture to it. And yes, it starts off by curling the hair, but when you brush it out with like a boar bristle brush and just lightly spray it, You can put some texture creams in it if you wanted to, some beach texturizing sprays, whatever you want. But this is what I do because it's super easy and we're done. That's exactly how I do this style, and it looks like I round brush my hair, but I don't round brush. I don't got time for that, and my arms always end up cramping and getting like little cramp pains in it because it's a task. So yeah, I hope that this video was helpful. If you were wondering how to do something quick and easy, it literally takes just a couple minutes. Once you start doing it, the more you do it, the better off you're going to be, and just the more comfortable you will be doing this sort of style that you can just knock it out in like 5 minutes flat. And it's easy if you just wash your hair the day before, let it air dry, and sleep on it, and then in the mornings before work, brush it out and do this instead of washing, blow drying, and curling in the mornings. It's just too much, and I don't really do all that. Sometimes I do if I'm getting really like jazzed up and special for something nice, or you know, date night with my husband, but I don't really do that on a regular basis because that's just too much work. I'm just being honest. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for the video, and leave your comments down below or any other video requests that you'd like to see, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.